has so much of importance. So the word guru was actually coined by Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva, you know who Vyasadeva is, right? His spiritual master is Narada Muni. So who is a guru?
Lord Krishna, who guides.
Okay, that's a very easy answer. Yeah, Lord Krishna, exactly. Yeah, because there is a verse that says, Vasudeva Vasudam Devam Kamsa Chanula Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. He is Jagat Guru. So Krishna is Jagat Guru. So I mean, in other ways, like Krishna's disciples also become Jagat Guru. The disciple's disciple also becomes Jagat Guru. So, but the ultimate Guru is Krishna. But what does a Guru do?
He opens eye.
He opens the eye.
He removes the ignorance of any disciple.
So we have all Bhakti Shastri candidates here. They know everything already. So yeah, so very nice. Yeah. So we'll see the actual word of meaning of the word Guru. So first of all, the qualification of a Guru is he should come in disciplic succession and he should know the essence of all Vedic scriptures. So he has the complete capability to infuse transcendental knowledge. Means he has the capability, transcendental means divine knowledge. So divine knowledge is self-realization, pastimes of Krishna. So he has the capability to infuse complete knowledge into the hearts of a sincere seeker. Seeker is a disciple who is in search of that knowledge. And he has complete knowledge means this quality in Sanskrit is called Shrotriyam. That means fully knowledgeable. He knows the essence of all scriptures. So you can ask, I mean, will Guru know, as I told you, will he know the temperature of a planet Earth? No, for that scientists are there. So will he know at the rate at which an electron is spinning? No, for that chemists are there. So these answers many people in the world have. But science of self-realization only the Guru has. Anybody else can manipulate it the way they want. But Guru has the actual answers to this question. So, and the second quality is Brahmanishtam. He's practically experienced and a realized personality. So he walks the talk. Whatever he preaches, he follows that. So he knows the way. So he knows the way, he goes the way, and he shows the way. So he knows the way because of reading the scriptures and through his spiritual master. He goes the way, he doesn't tell one thing and then he doesn't preach another thing. I mean, he doesn't tell something and do something else. Whatever he says, he practices it and shows us and sets himself as a living example. So he knows the way, he shows the way, and he goes the way. He also shows the way to his disciples. So he will have many disciples under him who will actually follow his footsteps. So a Guru knows the way, he goes the way, and he shows the way. So, and this happens in the path of the Shastra and path of the scriptures and with with disciplic succession. Whatever he learns from his gurus, he tries to combine with the Shastra and exhibits. So, it's very, very rare to approach a Guru. So, out of so many million people in this world, how many people have the interest to know what our real identity is? So if we ask somebody who is not there in this Bhakti Center, who's clubbing some way, so they'll ask, what is the purpose of life? They'll say, live, eat, be merry, be happy. They might say that. How many of them know who our real identity is, what our real identity is? So if we ask somebody who has come here, if I ask you, Prabhuji, what is your real identity? What will you tell me, Prabhuji?
I think we cannot.
So our
identity.
So our real identity is eternal position is our constitution position is we are servants, eternal servants of the Lord. So Lord Shiva, in the scriptures it's mentioned that Lord Shiva says to Mother Parvati, Vaha Vaha Guruvo Santi, Sishyas Vitapa Haraka, Sat Guru Durlabam Devi, Shishyas Satnapa Haraka. So Vaha Vaha Guruvo Santi. There are so many varieties of gurus in the world. Sishyas Vitapa Haraka, who wants to take the money out of the disciples. Sat Guru Durlabam Devi. It's very rare to find a true guru. Sishyas Santapa Haraka, who takes away the miseries, who takes away the suffering of a disciple. So this is told by Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. It's very rare to find a guru who will take the distress or the suffering of a devotee. Everybody is, or I mean every guru, bogus guru who we see in the world is interested in the money of the devotee. They want to take you, I mean if something is, everybody has this Ashtanga Yoga and all that. So because of their siddhis, they can make something come, some magic happen, they can heal, they will show off as if they are healing and take so much of money from them. But a real guru is one who carries the miseries, who takes away the sufferings from the devotee. So also that there are many tattvas. What does the word tattva mean? Tattva means truth, the truth. So there are so many tattvas. Nama tattva, Dhamma tattva. Nama tattva is holy name. Holy name. Dhamma tattva is spiritual places. The essence, the importance of spiritual places. Leela tattva, the pastimes. Rasa tattva, Prema tattva, the love. Then Shiva tattva, Bhagavata tattva, Bhakti tattva, devotion. So only one tattva is very, very important in this, and that is Guru Tattva. So Guru Tattva actually acts like a binding between Jiva and Bhagavan. Guru Tattva acts like the buffer. He only relates between both. And between Bhagavan and Prema Tattva. So when Guru is there, he gives Krishna's mercy to the disciple and opens the path to Bhakti. So opens the love. So again there Guru Tattva is there. So it is impossible to get Krishna's mercy without surrendering unto the spiritual master. So this is mentioned in the scriptures, that without going through a bona fide spiritual master. Bona fide means whoever comes under the disciplic succession. So when we surrender unto a bona fide spiritual master, only then mercy flows and we can go back to Godhead. So there is not even a single person who has gone home back to Godhead who has not surrendered unto the lotus feet of a guru. So this is also there. Only when one surrenders unto the spiritual master can one go back to guru. So why are they telling this? So there is also, I don't know how many of you came for the first class, but there is a very important story that I would like to repeat. So there is a very renowned saint called Guru Nanak in the Sikhism. So he went to Jagannath Puri and he wanted to pay obeisances to the Lord. So he went with a troop of disciples, and all of these disciples were standing outside the temple and they were glorifying their spiritual master, Guru Nanak. So Guru Nanak goes inside, he stands right in front of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Mai. He closes his eyes and starts thinking about his Guru. So whatever you think, that comes out. So he starts thinking about the Guru and he starts glorifying the Guru. Now the Pandas become super angry. They are telling, you are coming, you are standing in front of Jagannath. He is Jagat Kenath, he is the Lord of the universe. You are standing in front of him and you are glorifying your spiritual master. Not enough, your disciples are glorifying you outside. What is happening here? So he finished his worship and Guru Nanak takes his steps, he comes down and he calls the Panda outside. He calls the priest over there outside and tells that he lights up a fire and he tells the priest, touch the fire with your hand. So he says, are you mad? How can I touch the fire with my hand? It's not possible. No, you please touch the fire. So he says, no, I can't. He says, no, it's my humble request, you please touch the fire. So he says, no, I can't touch the fire. Then he takes a log of wood and gives it in the hands of the priest, and the priest comfortably touches the fire. I mean, with the log is actually touching the fire. So Guru Nanak asks, how are you touching the fire now? So he says, because this log of wood is there, the log is touching the fire, so indirectly I am also touching the fire. So this log of wood is, he explains that this log of wood is like the Guru. So Guru always carries Krishna in the heart. And he always embraces, he hugs Krishna in the heart. And he has the potency to communicate with Krishna. So yeah, in the material body, he has a material body. But he's so spiritually elevated that he's able to communicate to Krishna. So Guru Nanak says, you are not even able to touch the fire. Fire is one of the energies of Lord Krishna. Krishna says, no? Bhumi, Apo, Nalam, Vayu. So air, water, ether, fire are few of my energies. So fire is just one of his energy. You are not even, in Krishna and Jagannath are the same. One of Krishna's energy also you are not able to touch. Then how can you, worship Jagannath? How can you carry Krishna in the heart? So you are not able, so without a spiritual master, you cannot approach Krishna. So this is one of the stories. And again, like the Guru, it's like you have a, so it's like you have a telescope. So what does a telescope do? A planet at a distance, maybe the moon or something, it's at a very huge size. So but for our material eyes, they seem very small because they are at a very far distance. But what does these long telescopes, if you go to any planetariums or these places, what do? We have these long telescopes with a lot of magnifying glasses in them. So each of these there are series of magnifying glasses, and each of these magnifying glasses are transparent. And what do? When you see through them, you're able to see the planet zoomed. You're able to see almost the actual size of it. So that's what they say. You can imagine the planet as Krishna, and each of these magnifying glasses, the series of magnifying glasses, as the Guru in the disciplic succession. So each of them are transparent. You can see that Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. So this is the disciplic succession. So each of them, so you can see, this is like a telescope. That side we are there, this is the Guru Parampara, and this side Krishna is there. So each of them are transparent, and because of their mercy, we are able to see Krishna as he is. So they magnify. Just imagine if one of these lenses, each of these gurus you can imagine as lens. Just imagine if one of these lenses were not transparent, if they were opaque, would we be able to see Krishna as he was? No, the vision would have been completely cut out. So that's what the spiritual masters in our parampara are doing. So they are actually authentic. Whatever was passed on from Krishna to Narada Muni, as it is, we are getting. So this is a bona fide disciplic succession. Whatever we are, Brahma, Gaudiya, Madhava, Sampradaya, is a bona fide disciplic succession. So that's the reason we should. And each of them, finally, as I told you, Vasudev Vasudam Devam, Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam, Devaki Paramanandam, Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. So Krishna is a Jagadguru. So each one of them, finally when you connect, it goes up to Krishna. So Krishna's disciple is a Jagadguru. His disciple is again a Jagadguru. So right down onto Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, he is Jagadguru. So when we, take the instructions from a spiritual master, when we serve the spiritual master, and by his mercy, he wants to gift us something. So he gives us Krishna in his heart. So because of that, when we serve the spiritual master, we also get pure devotional service. That will take us back to Godhead. We saw that anybody who does not take shelter of a bona fide guru does not go back to Godhead. So this is the importance of guru. So also that the beauty of the guru is not in manufacturing something of his own. It is always in repeating what he has heard from his spiritual master and what he has learned from the Shastras. So it's very important, it's a very important triangle. So Guru, Sadhu, Shastras. So we need to know, a true Guru will not manufacture something on his own. Whatever he speaks is Pramana, Shabda Pramana. It's from the scriptures or what he has heard from his spiritual master. So we see in this first chapter so far, what was Arjuna's mentality? He said, Senayor, Ubayor, Madhye, Ratam Stapayate Arjuna. So take the chariot in between the army, in the middle of the Kurukshetra warfield, and let me examine for myself who is there on the other side of the battlefield. So he says that you just take me to where my problems are and I will solve it. So this was his mentality. So that's what we also do. So we go to the temple and we just don't stop without asking anything. We keep asking Krishna for something. We ask him to do what we want to be done. I want promotion, I want a lot of riches, I want wealth, I want a good car. So we are actually teaching Krishna what to do. And again, when we have a lot of problems, we don't think of surrendering to the Lord. We think that, okay, I've got my degree from IIT, I have a lot of memory, I've got my degree from IISc Bangalore, I know how to solve my problems, I don't need anything. Yeah, Krishna is a silent observer, but I'm capable enough to do everything on my own. But that's not the way. So real independence, somebody who's really clever, is complete dependence on the Lord. So actual independence, when you're completely independent, right? That means that is completely depending on the Guru and on the Lord. So when we have so much of Shraddha, when we have so much of faith, then pure devotional service happens. When we have complete faith in the Guru, that whatever he says, whatever he does is for our good, for our benefit, finally it will lead me back to Godhead. When we have so much of faith in the scripture, so much of nishtha, so much of bhakti, then it will be good for us. So, the second chapter, we saw the first chapter, his mentality was, you take me to the middle of the battlefield, I will solve my own problems. But in the second chapter, he becomes perplexed, he becomes so confused because the first chapter he was depending on his own capabilities. And then when he says, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prachami tvam dharma samudha cheta yashreyascha nishchitam bruhitanme shishyasteham shadivam tvam prapanam. So I completely surrender unto you. Please accept me as your disciple. And for certain, tell me what I should do. He completely surrenders. He gives up all his independence and starts depending on Krishna. Then Krishna takes the reins of his chariot and starts to guide him. Exactly, this is what we should also do, dear Matajis and Prabhujis, because we should not depend on our own capabilities. Yes, to whatever extent we can do our best, but we should know that we are just instruments in the hand of Krishna and completely surrender to Krishna. So he is the major controller. So we are just his instruments, we are just his servants. And the best way of doing this, we should show our helplessness to Krishna. See, even in when a mother is there, she has a elder child and a younger child. Elder child may be 10 years, younger child may be 7 years. So the elder child is so independent that if he has to go to a airport checkout, he will automatically pass all the checkouts. He knows what should be done. But the younger child is carried by the mother. So the mother passes through the checkout, the child also passes through the checkout. So the mother gets a seat and sits in the plane, the child also gets a seat and sits in the plane. So the child is not doing anything, is just comfortably sitting in the hands of the mother, blindly believing that mother will take care of everything. So just like that, we should also be completely dependent on Guru and Krishna. So by their mercy, we will be able to overcome all it's not that we will not get difficulties. Definitely we will have so many difficulties. But in that process of difficulties, we will be guided by our Guru, senior disciples to go through them comfortably and be successful in that. So with this, we will, and also the Shastra says that so many examples. We have Bhagavata Purana, we know this is what we are reading is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam is about the Leelas or the pastimes of Krishna, his various avatars. So in that also we see the importance of Guru. So we saw the last month, Damodar month, right? So I mentioned a pastime 2 weeks ago about Nalakubera and Manigriva. So what were they doing in the Mandakini river? They are sons of Kubera, highly intoxicated they were. They were dancing naked and they did not even pay obeisances unto their spiritual master, Narada Muni. So Narada Muni is actually a guru and it is an offense or an aparadha not to pay obeisances, or at least you should cover your body. They did not do that. But Narada Muni was so merciful. He gave them the punishment to be trees in Vrindavan, in the mud of Vrindavan. Even so many yogis, rishis meditate for millions of years to become a tree. Brahma has meditated for millions of years to become a tree in Vrindavan. But Narada Muni, because of his mercy, he gave Nalakuvera and Manigriva the opportunity of being trees and being liberated by Krishna. So this is the importance. So Narada Muni was not only Guru for Nalakuvera and Manigriva. Narada Muni was also Guru for so many other, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. So when Prahlad Maharaj was in his mother's stomach itself, in the mother's womb itself, Kayatu has heard so much about Krishna. So when he was born, again, because of that, he was able to see God through the pillar, Narasimhadev through the pillar. Again, many avatars of the Lord. Rama, when he was born, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He took the shelter of Guru, Vishwamitra Muni, Vasishtha Muni. Again, when Krishna was born, Krishna came in the Dwapar Yuga. He had incarnated in the Dwapar Yuga. He had appeared in the Dwapar Yuga. He took shelter of Sandipani Muni, Bhagori Rishi. So why should the Supreme Personality of Godhead take they are all knowing, no? They know the past, they know the present, they know the future. They are topmost. Why should they take shelter of a guru? It's just to set an example that even the Supreme Personality of Godhead has taken shelter of guru in order to set an example for all of us that we should also take the shelter of guru. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ishwara Puri, Keshav Bharati, these two were his gurus. He is what we see on the left hand side near Radha Rani and Krishna. He is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kali Yuga avatar of Krishna. So he himself has taken shelter of Ishwara Puri and Keshav Bharati. So this is important to know that by serving a spiritual master, then we will get pure devotional service. We will get self-realization and pure devotional service. So with this, we will end today's class. And it is very important to chant to even get any amount of small self-realization. So by chanting, we get to, we start getting more interest to come to these classes, and then by coming to these classes, we get association of senior devotees, and who will help us. They become our Siksha gurus. They will help us to stride through difficult paths. So with this, we will stop the class. We'll chant once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We'll go for one round of takeaways.
Mataji, I understood it was a very nice class. Thank you for the class. The true quality